How's it going, Tanuki Squad? Shinobi Tanuki here, bringing you a brand new video. So recently, I had the realization that you, my lovely Tanuki Squad, don't know me as well as I think you all do. So I did a fun little thing on Instagram, which if you do not follow me, you can head here for that. I basically did a little contest, and this is also a giveaway, which the winners of the giveaway, you will be receiving a message later as this video is posted. I posted a bunch of multiple choice questions, which a lot of people, thank you for participating, and once again, congratulations to the 3 people who won, and again, you'll be receiving messages from my team later today. So, I posted a bunch of multiple choice questions on my story throughout the day, filled with questions and answers of, things about me, and today, I will be giving the official answers for all 20 of those questions, and plus we got some bonus ones, so sit back and let's answer some questions. Now, this first question is kind of what I did. I did a test to see how well people would know me, and based off of the answers I got from this question when I originally posted it, I was like, okay, now I'm gonna do a Q&A video, and let's have some fun with it. But with our first question, out of these 4 options, which one do I prefer the most? Now, I get why a lot of people and almost every person, in fact, only one person got this correct, but I do understand why everyone selected this option, but I am sad to say that no, it is not Power Rangers. In fact, out of these 4 options, the one that I prefer and I'm most fond of is Kamen Rider. Now, I do understand why everyone said Power Rangers, because I post and talk about Power Rangers a lot around people. In fact, I've made some Power Rangers content, but when thinking about it, I technically made more Kamen Rider content than Power Ranger content, if you think about it. For instance, official Power Ranger content that I've made only involves the original music video that me and my friends made 6 years ago, and my latest short film, Power Rangers Dawn of a New Light. That is 2 pieces of Power Rangers content, technically 3 if you include my discussion video, but that kind of ties in with the film, so that still counts as 2. As for Kamen Rider, I did 3 videos opening a bunch of Gotchard cards. Another thing that kind of was like, well, Kamen Rider, I feel like should have been an obvious choice, is that when Kamen Rider Gotchard first came out, I did a whole merch line involving my Tanuki with some Gotchard designs, and I've not once made any type of Power Ranger merch. So again, this is one of those things that I felt like was obvious, but I also see why everyone thought Power Rangers. But if I had to rank them, my rankings would go Kamen Rider, Super Sentai, Ultraman, then Power Rangers being last. And in case anyone is also wondering, my favorite Kamen Rider series as of this point of making this video would probably have to be 01, maybe... Ooh, there's a lot of good ones. I love a lot of the Kamen Rider series, but 01 was one of those really catchy ones for me. I do enjoy the original. In fact, recently they just came out with, what was it, Shin Masked Rider on Prime, which was an amazing film. Favorite Super Sentai is Dawn Brothers. Ultraman, I mostly just kind of like the character. There isn't a specific Ultraman film or show that I prefer over the others. And Power Rangers, my favorite Power Rangers series would probably have to be Operation Overdrive? Maybe? I don't know, but the theme song was what did it for me. Question 2, out of these colors, which set do I prefer? I feel like this one should have been very easy. I'm constantly involving these colors around me, but the answer is blue, green, purple. In fact, blue and green are both in my Shinobi Tanuki logo. It is also 2 colors that are on my star for the logo. I don't have an official new name for the star yet. I can't say what the original name was. If you were there, you know why. But yes, the answer is blue, green, and purple. A little bit deep dive into it. The blue mostly comes from, shinobis traditionally wear a nice dark blue. I've always liked blue. Green, my eyes are green. My brother's favorite color is green. It's a very earthly color. And purple, it just, I don't know, all three of those colors combined do, it's magical. Now, yes, I do like yellow, I do like pink, but my favorite set of colors are blue, green, and purple. But I do love this shaker cup, which is also yellow and slightly like a maroonish pink, maybe? I don't know, but it's got some blue on there, so it's amazing. Not to mention, this also makes me think of Kamen Rider Gav, which I kind of hinted at, and I also have Gav as my screensaver, which I don't fully know if you can see, but I'm looking forward to Kamen Rider Gav, just putting it out there. Question number 3. What are my 3 favorite animals? This is another one that I kind of was like, ooh, I gotta put Tanuki in there in all of the options, because obviously whichever one has Tanuki in, everyone was gonna guess. Because yes, a Tanuki is my most favorite animal, henceforth is why it is the animal I chose for my channel. But to answer the question, my top 3 favorite animals are the Tanuki, frog, and sable. I do get why a lot of people assume it's turtles. I do enjoy turtles. They are a very magical and earthly animal, but if I had to choose between a turtle and a frog, I'm gonna go with the frog. I've always wanted a pet frog, or a toad. I could go either way, but I've always found frogs very fascinating, and just, they're really cool. I thought I had one of my plushes of my poison dart frogs around, but apparently I don't. I don't know where they are, but yes, I like frogs. Question 4. Who is my favorite Ninja Turtle? I have stated this in several videos. Me and Bree, we played Ninja Turtles on the channel way back, which I feel like everyone should know this. My answer is Leonardo. I mean, my favorite martial art weapon is the katana, and I prefer the color blue over red, which some people think it's the other way around. My favorite Marvel heroes is what question 5 is, and I feel like this one I definitely hinted at a lot. Like, so much it is unreal. My favorite Marvel characters are... Okay, I will start with my most favorite Marvel character out of every Marvel character throughout the Marvel comic universe is Richard Rider's Nova. I have stated in the past that if when I was in my acting program, if I were to ever get big enough in my acting, a character I would like to play is Nova. Obviously, I'm not that big of a, actor. I've not gotten a lot of chances, but I would 100% be down if I could play Nova ever in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't, But Nova is my top favorite Marvel character, alongside of Deadpool and Shang-Chi. Moving on to my favorite DC hero. Again, this is one that should have been very obvious, and the answer, I'm just gonna get straight to it, is Aquaman and Green Lantern. Me and Bree literally did a Aquaman music video when the live action movie came out with Jason Momoa, the first one. Aquaman was always one of those heroes that was always underlooked by a lot of people, which is what made me like him more. But my most favorite DC hero is Green Lantern. I mean, the guy has a magical ring that pretty much allows him to use his imagination and create anything through pure willpower. And it's one of the, Green Lantern. Who do I prefer out of Nova versus Green Lantern? Nova. But it is like a tie. Like, Nova and Green Lantern are like my top 2 favorite comic book superheroes. What is my favorite season? I will say, growing up, my favorite season was always winter. I am a winter child. My birthday is in December. But growing up, I came more fond over autumn. I like the more rainy season, and I love fall leaves. In fact, my Tanuki is holding a fall leaf. And the power up for the Tanuki is also a fall leaf, which I'm just now putting those two together. Huh. But yeah, I like autumn. It is my favorite season. Anyone who knows me knows I love dinosaurs. I love dinosaurs very, very much. But my favorite dinosaur on the question here, I gotta say, I understand why everyone thinks it might be the Tyrannosaurus, but it is not. My favorite dinosaur is actually the king lizard himself, the Brachiosaurus. In fact, one of my favorite Zords from Super Sentai is King Brachio. Now, when it comes to bugs, I am a bug lover. But not of every bug. There are quite a lot of bugs that I'm just like, ew, no. And then there's like bugs that I'm like, ooh, amazing. I would have accepted two answers as this answer. So it is a tie between the grasshopper and the rhinoceros beetle. It's such an odd pair, but I also want to say that this kind of also goes into Kamen Rider, as Kamen Rider started out with a grasshopper, you know, being the aesthetic for the very first Kamen Rider. I always find grasshoppers very interesting. Their high jumping ability is incredible. And again, it's associated with Kamen Rider, so it's kind of like a leveled fourth. Kamen Rider made me into grasshoppers. Grasshoppers made me understand Kamen Rider more. It's like an equal ground. Question 10. Do I prefer fruity candies or chocolate candies? I have stated this a lot, especially in my Let's Try series videos that me and Brie have done. And it's fruit. I like fruity candies more than I do chocolate ones. As stated in those videos, Brie is more of the chocolate candy lover. So, yes, I like myself fruity candies. Another reason why I'm looking forward to Kamen Rider Gav. Gosh, this whole video should just be called QnA and Kamen Rider, because I'm making so many references. Question 11. What is my favorite Pokemon type? This also, I would have accepted two answers because I respect both of these types very equally. I love them both, and that would have been Dragon or Fighting. Moving on to what is my favorite grass starter Pokemon. Now, there are a lot of grass starters, and it was kind of hard to choose between four of them. But I gotta say, my favorite one, without a doubt, I love the full line, and this one also has a extra form, which probably just gave it away, and that is Rowlet. I love the Rowlet evolution line, Phase 1, Phase 2, and the final evolution. Plus, I love the Hisui Rowlet form. It is my favorite starter and probably like my favorite grass type, I gotta say. Maybe. To what is my favorite fire starter? I am offended that people think I like Charmander. I despise. I am one of those people that does not like the Charizard line. My favorite fire starter is Fuecoco. It's an alligator. It's an amazing Pokemon that gets a fire soul bird, quite literally a soul bird, because it's a singing bird that turns into a microphone. It just is an amazing Pokemon. I know a lot of people don't like the final evolutions for Paldea, but I love Fuecoco so much. The full line, including his little egg hat. It's so cool. I love it. I don't get how anyone couldn't love it. My favorite water starter is, in fact, Froakie. Once again, I love the whole entire line of Froakies. Greninja is one of the best starters ever, but Greninja is an amazing frog ninja Pokemon, which are two things that I like. In fact, official reveal of one of the newest channel mascots, Boom, still coming out with a official name, but this is our frog mascot, which again goes into my favorite color schemes, as I made it all three without even realizing because it is this video. But it is also a frog ninja. Now, I will kind of get into this question a little bit more. So I feel like some people might want to ask what starter would I choose from each region. So real quick, I am going to go into that. Gen 1, I am a Squirtle person. Gen 2, Typhlosion. Gen 3, Trico. Gen 4, Tortwig. Gen 5, Oshawott. Gen 6, Froakie. Gen 7, Rowlet. Gen 8, that's Gala, right? Sobble, and then Gen 9, Fuecoco. That is my favorite starter from each region. What is my favorite starter Pokemon out of all of the starter Pokemon? That's hard. That would be a hard decision between Rowlet, Froakie, and Fuecoco. What is my favorite Legend of Zelda game? This is also a very, very, very close call. And so close I could technically accept two of these answers. And I have stated this in the past. My favorite Legend of Zelda game is Majora's Mask. In fact, that is one of the reasons why Majora is in Andros, who is my youngest son's name. But Tears of the Kingdom is so close to that love and passion I have for Majora's Mask. It's like there's a tie. I love Majora's Mask because of all of the different mask aspects. In fact, that's why I kind of like the Pokemon Ogerpon. But the different masks, the different abilities, and just Majora's Mask alone was always like one of my most favorite items from Legend of Zelda lore. So Majora's Mask would be the top answer, but I will also accept Tears of the Kingdom because it is like a mutual respect. Question 16. Which one of these would I rather do? Well, I gotta say, I don't think many people got this one. In fact, I think only 2 people got this, but it is hiking. A lot of people did put running, and I do kind of get that. Like, in the past, I did do, like, a lot of content involving when I was out with a run with my old dog. But I will say running is not something I enjoy, as I do have asthma very much. I'm not built for running. It is a good exercise and it's a good activity that I do enjoy, but I would much rather go hiking in some nice mountains near some water in the middle of the woods with a backpack. Like, I'm always down to hike. In fact, most of my videos that I've done in the past involved hiking to get to certain filming locations, and that was a lot of equipment. In fact, doing the Legend of Zelda videos that I did 3 of them. Each one of those involved a lot of mountain hiking to get up to the right filming locations, and that was a heck of a thing, carrying all that equipment, all the props, and then being in those Legend of Zelda outfits, the full tunic. It was a little difficult, especially with boots that aren't made for hiking. It's also very calming for the mind. I like hiking when it comes to training. I like hiking when it comes to filming. I overall enjoy hiking very much. Who is my favorite game character? Now, a lot of people, because of how much I love Legend of Zelda, would guess Link, but I have repeatedly not that repeatedly, but my favorite gaming character is Banjo from Banjo-Kazooie, as it is one of my most favorite games of all times, and I finally get to show this thing off. Brie got it for me as a gift. I didn't even know that this was a real thing coming out, but when she got me this, I nearly, like, cried. Yeah, because it's amazing. And there's another one coming out, so I'm definitely going to have to get that. My favorite animes. I feel like this one was one of the more difficult, as I've probably never really talked about this online, at least. People who know me personally, like in person, might have got this one, but my favorite animes include Yu Yu Hakusho, Noragami, and One Piece. One Piece was probably like my first ever anime, aside from growing up on Pokemon, but it was one of my first official animes that I ever started watching, and it is one of the ones that got me hooked into the anime world. Weird transition and weird story. Aside from One Piece, one of the very first animes that I loved, and is still one of my favorites, is Death Note. A lot of people probably won't see that coming, but yes, I like darker animes like Death Note, and Solo Leveling is very good too. I got into Noragami because of Brie, because it is her favorite anime, but I absolutely love Noragami. In fact, I might have some plans for a Noragami project, so we'll see how that goes. What is my favorite activity to do out of this list? I feel like that should be very obvious. It's martial arts. As you know, it's a huge part of who I am. That's yeah, we're gonna leave it there. Martial arts. The final question of the Q&A, except for the bonus ones, because we do have some bonus ones. What do I enjoy the most? I really feel like this one is right on the nose. But at the same time, once again, I understand why a lot of people put training. I talk about training a lot, but I feel like I talk about the other one discreetly a lot more, in a lot more subtle ways. You know, I say the phrase, oh, I enjoy training, or I'm training, or I'm going training a lot, versus I'm making a film today, I'm making a film tomorrow. You know, I say training a lot more than making a film, but I enjoy making films. I've always enjoyed making funny videos. In fact, that's why I started YouTube, making film-like videos. It's what I've always enjoyed to do. It is what I've worked up to doing, to, you know, always doing those, like, short filming, like, music videos that I started with. You know, the Power Ranger one that we did 6 years ago. We did one for both Avengers Endgame and Infinity War. I know I said that backwards. Forgive me. My Legend of Zelda video series that I did. To me, again, that I consider filming, because I love going out and dressing up as a character and getting that film footage, because that's what I enjoy making, is like movie cinematic videos. And I'm glad that I've reached the point where I can kind of do that a lot more. I know that I struggled and had a lot of challenges with my last, which is my technically first official short film, Power Rangers Dawn of the New Light, but I've always enjoyed filming so much. Just getting random videos whether I'm out of the sky, the grass, get some cinematic shots of a random frog that I see in a pond, you know, anything. Like, filming is just something I've always enjoyed, and I really enjoy it. It's one of those things that, you know, it's calming. I'm just in a different zone of like peace and relaxation, and fully focused on capturing, you know, whatever is on the other side of the screen. I'm so passionate about doing it. But again, I do understand why people think it's training, because I talk about it a lot, and I did do it a lot. And when it came to filming, I did like stop for a while because of my injury, which is why a lot of people think that I prefer playing games over making cinematic type videos, because when I couldn't be as active, I played a lot of games on my channel. And I still do plan on playing games, but getting into the more cinematic things is what I want to do with my channel. It's always what I wanted to work up to, making those like short film short sketches, funny, action, dramatic type videos. And I'm just very thankful for all of you and all the other people who have supported my films and enjoyed them. I wouldn't be doing it if it wasn't for all of you guys. That's all I'm saying, but yes. Alright, that is all 20 of the main questions. Once again, the 3 winners who got the most questions correct, you will be receiving a message later on today about your winnings, which involves some free merch, advanced jars, exclusive sneak peek at some upcoming projects, and a Tanuki statue. So once again, you 3 will be receiving messages from my team later on today. But before we're done, we have some bonus questions that I want to get into. So, bonus question number 1, what is my favorite song? I have 2. 2 of my favorite songs is Promise by Dice. That's D-A, comma, or dash, Ice, like I-C-E. It is a Japanese song that also has some English lyrics, but Promise by Dice is one of my favorite songs. Equally, another one of my favorite songs, which is a more recent one, is Nobody by One Republic. Those are my top 2 favorite songs. So yeah. Bonus question number 2. What is my favorite advanced flavor? That, my friends, is going to be melon cream pop, which I love so much because it tastes just like a non-carbonated version of my favorite soda of all time, which is Japanese cream soda, melon cream soda. My second favorite advanced flavor, which is a focus, not an energy, would be the Sour Rainbow Candy, which is a newer and limited edition jar that you can get at ADVANCEDgg right now. And it's actually what I have made in this. Perfect sour, but not dry flavor. Now, the last bonus question I saved purposely for last, and that is, why did I change my channel name again? I have a whole video kind of coming out evolving the whole name change thing, but to put it in a short answer, the reason it got changed, I won't say why it is what it is now, but the reason we had to change it was because of leaving my sponsorship. So it was pretty much, because of separating from them, changed the name to, to not be affiliated with them anymore. So it was pretty much like a rebrand. But I do have a video coming out soon that will kind of be a cinematic video explaining why I chose the name Shinobi Tanuki. But alright, all my Tanukis, that is it for this Q&A video. I hope this helped you learn a little bit more about me as a person, as a however you consider me, role model. I know a few people do, which is a little crazy. I kind of see it, kind of don't see it, but anyways. I hope this video helped you get to know me a lot more, and I hope you enjoyed learning a bit more about me. Again, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for a lot of you, so I enjoyed this. I enjoyed this little fun, getting to know me type video. And if there's any questions that someone wants to know, put it down in the comments and maybe I'll answer it. Who knows? But until then, this is Shinobi Tanuki out.